Fire. I burn for you.
I long for you. I burn for you. And I burn for you too, my prince.
Good morning.
Morning.
Did you know wash your face?
Yes, of course.
Can anybody use this or just women?
Actually, anyone can use it. It's about being healthy, not being perfect.
Dang, it smells really good.
I know,
It's
right?
not expensive though.
Honestly, it's really not. It's pretty affordable, and if you want to use my code for 15% off, it's Cindyrella.
Better get to it then.
Yeah.
Tula is a doctor-founded, clean and effective skincare and wellness brand where 100% of the products are formulated with probiotics and superfoods. Tula products are cruelty-free and never tested on animals. I'm sure Princeton would love that. Tula focuses on being healthy, not perfect. They want to empower everyone in their community to feel confident in their skin now. Forget the before and after. Tula wants to remind you that you are always beautiful.
My face feels really, really smooth right now. Like, oh my gosh.
I love Tula skincare products because they make my face feel rejuvenated and healthy. It gives my skin its buoyancy back and it just makes me glow. It's giving very much a glazed donut. Go to Tula.com and use the code Cindyrella to get 15% off your Tula order.
Tomorrow.
No, this...
Durel! Did you finish my Tula skincare? How many times did I tell you to leave the toilet seat down? Hey gems, it's Cindyrella and welcome back to my channel. So guys, today we are going to be doing a Tipsy Tuesday with none other than Durel, a fan favorite. And yeah, Durel and I are going to be having some candid conversation as I put my phone away. But Durel and I are going to be having some candid conversation about relationships going through quarantine. And are they helping, are they hindering? And you know, it's a multi-layered conversation and I'm really excited to talk about it. And we are going to be sipping and talking while we do so. So, you know, some Stella blueberry for us today. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pour up and start drinking.
Yeah, let's get to it. Gotta smell it first. Oh, it smells good.
Yummy. And for me. Thank you, sire. Okay, and now let's go ahead and have a little clink.
Taste that, you know.
Cheers. Orgasmic.
It smells great too.
I like it. All right, guys. So, lots to talk about today. Let's get these cups out of the way. Lots to talk about today, and hey, man, you know. So, I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into it. Did you have a quarantine, babe?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Not at all. Not at all. I was at home for the most part by myself. I enjoyed it though.
Okay.
I learned a lot. It's actually very beneficial.
Do you have any friends that had quarantine babies or were in relationships?
Oh yeah.
I didn't personally. I enjoyed my solace in solitude. Well, I wasn't actually in solace and solitude. I was with my parents for most of the time. I was back in Dallas, but I didn't. So tell me like some of the experience that some of your boys have shared with you about being in a relationship during the quarantine.
Like my close friend, they enjoyed it just because, you know, a lot of them work and stuff like that. So being at home with that girl, it's pretty beneficial for them because.
I choked. It went down the wrong ear pipe. 1 second, guys.
Some of my closest partners, they was chilling, like being able to be with your girl most of the time. It's not bad when you enjoy the person. I feel like
Okay.
If it's a fresh relationship.
But let's be real. Even if you enjoy being with a person, you're not gonna enjoy being with them all the time. I don't enjoy being around my parents all the time, and I love my parents. I'm obsessed with them. Everyone always knows, like, you know, I talk about my parents so much. I do not want to be around them all the time.
I feel like it's a way around it. Like me personally, if I had a quarantine raid, I would just go take walks by myself in order to you know, decompress.
Okay.
And then, like I said, they got their own spot too. Hey, go home.
Yeah.
Go home. You know, let me miss you a little bit. Even though we have the opportunity to be with each other, I'm the type of person, I need my space because I like to make you feel wanted at some point. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I prefer long distance relationships, but I need to get out of that mindset, you know. But that's another story.
You can have a long distance relationship in Houston because Houston is big. So that's a 45-minute drive.
That's not a long distance relationship.
Hey, I don't know.
Like I'm talking like different countries.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Well, I don't know. Different states even.
That's not bad. You just gotta work on the logistics, you know, the weekends you coming.
Yeah, don't even need that, no. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I can go without seeing you for a few months, you know? It'll be okay.
I feel it though. Because at that point, like, when y'all get together.
It's like, ooh, the fire. I burn for you.
I long for you. I burn for you. And I burn for you to my brains.
Feel like it's fresh.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Me personally, I crave my woman's presence though. Like it may not be every day, but when I want you here, I want you here.
Okay, makes sense.
So I don't like, you know, have somebody in Dallas. That's a drive.
That is a drive, and I wouldn't consider that a long distance relationship though, because one person can be like, you guys can see each other literally every week, be going like alternating who's going to each other's place every other week.
True, and then we can meet halfway. We can go to like Austin or something.
Exactly. Like it's really like there's me in Texas. Like a lot of people would think, oh, Houston to Dallas is such a long distance. It's really not. It's really not a long distance relationship. You can work your way around it. But like I said, we're not here to talk about long distance relationships, anyways. So, do you think that relationships would strengthen or weaken over the time of quarantine?
It depends on if you knew your partner.
Okay.
Like beforehand. Like me, I'm the type of man, like, I gotta understand who you are. So let's say I'm just starting out with a girl, maybe like 2 months in. I had just started 2020, and then quarantine comes. She was like, hey, can we, like, you know, can we just stay together? I would hate it because I wouldn't know how she is at that point. 2 months in, and then at that point I'm forced to be with you.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I've been with her for a year or some change. I know how this girl is. So I'm not really tripping, and she'll understand when I have to leave because I need my space.
Yeah.
I don't really have to do much talking.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, so for the people that like were in early relationships during quarantine, you're like, it's done for.
Yeah, cause I know people who had just got in relationships like at quarantine, like, hey, I need somebody to chill with. And it actually worked out.
Oh.
Like it wasn't no horror story like that.
But like, are they still together now?
No.
Then it didn't work out. What are you talking about?
You
it didn't work out.
You can have an arrangement. So let's.
But that's not an arrangement. No.
You talking about like full?
Oh man, this is really giving me F boy.
No. I'm talking.
This is really giving me F boy vibes. Because listen, this is what you said. This is what you said. You said you know people that like, you know, started relationships during quarantine and it ended up working out. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So they're still together now. You said no. So then you said it's like an arrangement. That sounds like a one-sided arrangement where.
No, you gotta understand the context. Like this is one of my female friends.
Oh.
So she was like, I didn't necessarily want a boyfriend, but I did want company. So if a man was up for that, she wasn't gonna deny that.
Got you.
And then after the quarantine was like over, you know, was able to kind of walk freely. I mean, y'all both go your separate ways. It's an understanding. It's not a bad thing. I actually appreciate it because she was more upfront. Like a lot of women don't be upfront.
So do you think that people were maybe doing quarantine relationships for like complacency?
Comfort, and you never knew what was gonna happen. Like, were we ever gonna be able to go out? You never know who you was gonna meet again. You know.
That part.
So in that case, like I wasn't.
That would make me feel so awful.
I wouldn't be mad at all. Like if somebody asked me that, like, I'd be mad. Cause I understand where you're coming from. Cause you never knew with 2020 how that went. You never knew.
I mean, yes, but like, I don't know. I think that's why I was like happy to be single during that time of 2020, because like either like relationships either went one way or another.
Yeah.
People were either getting engaged by the end of the quarantine, like dead ass. People were either only getting engaged or they were breaking up.
Or getting pregnant.
Or getting pregnant, yes. Because like that was like the grind time when you actually see, okay, am I actually going to be with this person for life or not? You got to see like really, it really tested the strength of time. Like, okay, can I really be with this person or not? Yeah. A lot of these people were living together. I mean, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but a lot of these people were living together.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I could never. I would never. I don't think, no. I don't think I've ever stayed with a man for like a long period of time. No. Like, and long period of time to me is like more than a day.
I don't know. I'll probably stay maybe 4 days.
I'd die.
4 days, but it's more so like a come and go. Like I'll spend a night at your house 4 days. I may not be there the whole time.
Nope. See,
but like I'll come back.
Still too much for me.
I mean, the other 3 days I'm by myself. Like I've seen you my time. My battery's dead. I gotta go recharge.
My battery dies after 8 hours.
Dang, nah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right.
But
the date's over. Bye, guys.
I understand it, but I feel like relationships. I feel like a lot of people relationships like stricted though. Cause you gotta understand the circumstances. This was like y'all two just sitting there is different, but like some people actually was sick. So seeing that person take care of you, that's gonna make you wanna like be with that person long. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So it's like, dang, this person actually care about me. That's a whole different story than you just cohabitating in the same spot.
Yeah.
And just being there, like being bored or like, you know, trying to watch Netflix and chill every day. Trying to find something to do, you know what I'm saying? That's where stuff can go wrong, but like.
And you have to talk.
Yeah, and then like actually like taking care of each other, making sure y'all both alright.
Yeah. Like
that's a different side of relationships we don't see often. So I feel like having that in your house and like really working on it, like you actually building towards something. Like you building for your future.
Okay. So with us possibly going into another lockdown, would you want to enter that lockdown with somebody?
Nope.
No.
Like 2020, like I probably did my most growth as a man being in the house by myself.
Wow.
I read a lot.
So you're just like, oh, you just do more growing.
Yeah, and then I'm about to be in school again, so that's perfect. I don't need you around me, because a lot of times people are distractions.
But I thought men like to grow with their women.
No.
No.
For me, like,
are you going to debunk this myth?
It's a myth to me, because like growing with a person is like, I'm gonna try to put it into terms where it makes sense to them. Like I know what I'm saying, but
no. Go ahead, take your time.
So I wanna bring a woman into a good situation that I've already been.
Thank you for being the gentleman that actually wants to do that.
Yeah,
go
like,
ahead.
People always ask me like, why am I single? Bro, I have stuff going for myself, but it's not complete. And I'm 24. I'm chilling right now. When it get to that point to where like I'm already established and now I just want a partner, that's cool. We don't necessarily got to build. You can add something to the table, but building, I already want to be set. My foundation is already set. You just kind of come in, we can go from there. Yeah. But that whole building thing is sometimes I feel like that's a cop out for some men to like, you know, like for a woman to like help the man out. And I don't necessarily agree with that, because sometimes I've been in a situation where women want to be my mother, and I'm like, bro, I got a mom already. I don't need that. I'm gonna do my own thing. I got my own ambitions. I'm gonna do this myself. You come back later, you know what I'm saying, when I got everything like, but don't press me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything is already lined out. I'm just kind of working my way toward it. So the whole building together, that's cool if that's what you like. But me, I'll come get you later. I got stuff to do. And people respect it, because like when you around me, you see that. Like I don't force no issues, nothing like that. I'm gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't. If you wanna pull up, you wanna come through, or like wanna go on a date, that's cool. But we gotta have a conversation about the whole building together relationship thing. I'm not against it. Like I say, it takes.
But you're not for it either.
I'm not. It's not that I'm not for it.
You're not for it. If that's not for you, then you're not for it.
You gotta be a certain type of woman for me to just be like, all right, bet, like I'm down for it. I'm not against relationships, but the whole building together thing is like, I want to do my own thing, bring you into the situation. That way we smooth sailing. A lot of times relationships fail because you're not on the same page of like building. Like, what are y'all building toward? That's just a buzzword for like people to just, you know, go through the motions, and like, I'm not with that.
No, I agree, because I will. I'm going to take it there. I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of people that are asked to build with are usually black women. and it's because, you know, you're supposed to hold me down, da 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 da. Like, people are so in love with the struggle of relationships that they think that you have to do that to get to like the comfortable part.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do that. Like, I'm sorry, but my love, my future love does not involve struggle. I don't prophesize that for myself. So I just think the romanticism of like struggles in relationships is just like people take it too far.
Yeah, no, you're very correct, because I feel like women of other races, like, they either start very early or it's a business arrangement. Like a lot of other cultures.
Yes, talk about it.
It's very business. Like if you go to a restaurant, like a very nice restaurant, and you see like a regular American couple, you know, quote unquote American couple, you see the kids, the wife, but I've been to a restaurant and the wife looked completely unhappy. But the kids are there and you can tell the man got money. It's a business setup.
Or the man might look like significantly older. I'm not talking about like 80 and then she's like 24.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like talking about like, oh, she's 40, he's 60 something. Like, literally, I've seen so many relationships like that in other demographics, and that be the norm, because women are supposed to be marrying for stability in their own lives.
Yeah.
Now, because me as myself as a woman, I would like to have my own before marrying any man. I don't know how that plays a part into relationships, because I don't know if men want to be the saviors in relationships.
I don't know about the whole savior thing.
Because I don't want a savior is what I'm saying.
But how do you expect a man to provide? That's Then why choose your counterpart?
Huh?
That's a choice that you make to have a...
Not really.
That's a choice.
It's the dating pool. It's the dating pool.
I feel like
It's what's made available to us.
I feel like there's so many different things like that women like miss in a part of the dating pool, because our culture is superficial.
I don't agree, but go ahead.
I feel like our culture is very superficial. You don't look a certain way. You don't have a certain look to you, and a lot of things just basic attraction too. Like the man who might be for you.
But how is that just our culture? That's everybody. I feel like.
Nah, like how you say some demographics, like you can tell like this is a business setup.
Yeah.
They don't really care about that as long as they're stable. That'd be their main factor. Ours is more like the look, like you got this going for yourself. This more. How do you look? You know what I'm saying? Are you attracted to this person? Because a lot of the time you ain't attracted to that person. This man may check your whole box, but he may look a certain way and you be totally turned off.
Yes.
And a lot of cultures you'll see like, man, I don't know how this couple got together. I don't know what they see in them. But then if you look at the interactions between the two, you can tell the chemistry, everything is flowing. Hey, they just may not look the part. And I feel like that's where we fall off, because we see these Instagram couples, you know, Lori and Michael B. Jordan, everybody talking about how good they look, and like our mindset is to look this way. But y'all know nothing was going on in their house. None of that. So it's stuff like that I think about on the regular, because like I said, I try to make sure I keep myself up, you know, look good, smell good, stuff like that, and make sure I got some substance that go along with it. Yeah. Because like I said, if somebody step to me, or I try to go to somebody, they ain't got nothing to worry about type stuff. A lot of dudes don't be thinking like that, because people gonna like what they like, which is true. Because you may like a rugged type of guy. I ain't no rugged dude. But like some women just like that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go who likes you. So yeah, that's my stance on that.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so back to the art of being in a relationship during quarantine. So what do you think about the couples that are now, you know, getting married or are pregnant, or basically have long-term commitments to each other now that, you know, as a result of them being in a relationship during the quarantine?
The marriage is cool.
Okay.
Because I feel like you done already been through COVID, you can make it through marriage. That's my stance on it, because are you in this house every day? The world around you crumbling down,
and you literally cannot leave the house.
Yeah. Yes, like the world around you going down. You know what I'm saying? Like you ready.
Yeah.
You ready. And like, and I'll be getting invited to this wedding, and I'll be happy because it's like, I know.
No, you've been going to weddings.
I go to wedding. Hey, if y'all have a wedding, invite me. You know, hit me up on Instagram and invite me to
Durel he is literally, he is the wedding guest. He's the wedding guest that you guys want to be there. But, so what have you been seeing with these weddings? What do you think about them?
They become a lot smaller. Like, become smaller just because I feel like.
COVID for one.
COVID, but it's been way more like hand-picked. Like, it's not just how other weddings used to be like, I just want everybody there, so we turn up, stuff like that. But it's more like hand-picked, like you mean something in my life, so I want you here. And that make it more special because, like I said, with all stuff that's been going on, like, it feels good to know that you had a play in somebody's life.
So what about these relationships? Do you think these relationships can stay the test of time? And
yeah, for sure.
Okay. So now, what I think you're about to say is a little different. The contrast of people getting pregnant.
Oh, you had the baton. That was gonna happen regardless.
Okay, so do you don't think those relationships will stand the test of time?
But you got to now.
They don't though.
Kid. I mean, you gotta be.
They don't.
But like, you gotta think about the relationship in general. Like, we may not be together, but we still have to have some form of relationship for this child. That's gonna be together.
But I'm talking about like a love relationship.
Oh no,
a romantic.
It just depends on what was going on in the house. Some will, because some people went into the relationship. Some people already went into COVID with that relationship. Like, if you're getting pregnant randomly, that's on you.
No, okay. Like, what if it was like you said, a fresh relationship, and they went into the relationship like right before COVID. Next thing you know, they're pregnant.
I don't know, man. Like, more power to you, but like, that's gonna be different because now you got to see how y'all are apart.
Okay.
Y'all gotten a chance to start fresh together, but now you got to see how people function on a day-to-day basis without having to come together every day. Cause like, you can understand how people are by living with them. Yeah. But then just seeing how, what they go through at work and how they come home.
Whoa, now that's a factor that we did not talk about yet.
Cause that affects people's days.
Because like, okay, yes, going through like quarantine together and like actually standing out through it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you made it out, you got your ring, But we do not talk about like the dynamics of like people working at home versus people actually working in the office. People going out on a day-to-day basis, people getting to go to clubs and stuff like that. Like, those factors, like being a part of like, a relationship now, would that change the dynamic?
It would, to a degree, because like, when you at home in quarantine, you're not going out, you're not going to work, and like, if everything online, if somebody like make you mad or something, you just close your computer and end it right there. But if you got to sit there and go through the rigors of the day, and like, sometimes when you come home from work and you be tired, you just want to go get in the bed. Or you be angry because somebody made you mad. You bring this up home with you. And now you got to talk to your partner about that. And like, they got to live with that now. You know what I'm saying? That becomes their burden. And now they got to figure out how to, make you feel more comfortable now that you're home and get that off your mind. Clubs is different. When you go to club, you come back drunk, you have a good time after that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then like, that's cool with me. But anything other than that, like, I feel like you can get through. But like, the work is just a big factor because like, people do make you mad at work. Or you be stressed out. And you never be stressed out at home from COVID.
And transference.
Yeah. Like, so that can make, because some people really do like to feel the way their partner feels in order to know how to handle the situation. So, yeah, that's different.
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Guys, I think that wraps up the conversation for today. If you would like to know any other information, or if you guys want to share your quarantine relationship stories, go ahead and share them in the comment section down below. Follow Durel on all of his social media, which will be in the description box down below. And make sure to make sure to check out Tula Skincare. Thank you to Tula for sponsoring this video. And all of my information will also be in the description box down below. You can follow me on everything at Cindyrella OG. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it. So we're about to go ahead and clink out, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed and beautiful, gems. Smooches.
All right, y'all.
Hit me up.